No,
Well, we'll wait a couple of more
he's in
minutes
San
before.
Francisco now.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we start, for sure, the meeting's not supposed to start till 7:30. I logged on early to give people a chance to log in earlier, so we haven't got to rush. All right.
Hey, you get that
Are we limited with you for the 40 minutes, or do you have a paid program?
I have a commercial.
Okay, good.
So we're fine.
Thank you.
Is Lisa
Do you think we're going to talk a lot tonight, Joan?
What?
Do you think we're going to talk a lot tonight?
No, but we've been doing church online, and we started with Zoom, and they limited us to 40 minutes. So they went to WebEx. And I don't like WebEx because I can't get everybody on there.
The camera audio?
And with Zoom, though, and now WebEx
the
is
camera? Scroll down
limited
again.
to 40 minutes unless you have a paid member.
See that camera?
And I don't know how much
Where?
it costs to pay, but
Hit that up arrow.
Okay, we're
I
going to
haven't
have
done that.
to come up with some ground rules. to
Choose background.
keep each other talking.
Virtual background.
Okay,
Second
once
one.
we start the meeting, everyone needs to put themselves on mute. And when you're ready to talk, you can take yourself off mute, raise your hand.
Oh, it was.
Is my picture recording?
Yes.
My picture showing?
Mine came up.
I don't see him, Mel.
No, I'm the only one that's allowed to record because I hosted the meeting.
Can people see me?
No.
Not yet.
Mel, who's me?
Me is
Mel.
Mel.
Oh, no,
Mel,
Mel, you got to, and it's not saying that your camera's not on either, so I'm not
Okay.
sure why.
It says stop video. I click video.
There you go. Well, almost.
Almost. Should I say open system preferences?
I don't know. Do you have a red line through the camera?
Yes, now I do.
Okay, if you take that off, you should get a video if you're.
I did take it off, but it's
Okay,
not.
yeah, we're not getting a video for you.
Take
Okay.
that post-it note off of your camera.
The gray one, yeah.
But maybe his camera's not working right.
That could be. It's not showing that you muted it or that you've turned it off.
Okay.
We're just not getting a picture.
Okay.
And we've had that with some people where the camera is not compatible with the program.
And I've done it for classes at the university, and so I
Oh, okay. So I'm not sure why it's not working then.
enable camera access for Zoom under security privacy setting. Go to settings. I guess I got to reset things.
Okay.
I'll give it a try.
All right.
Okay.
Again, folks, in about 3 minutes, we'll start the meeting. And at that point, if you would please put your microphone on mute and then raise your hand once Barney recognizes you, then you can talk.
Newsletter.
That's Barney's picture.
Barney's gone now.
Barney's
Barney's back.
Barney's back. He's
Well, you get another-
confusing
you get
it
another
on the phone. It doesn't have the options you guys all are working with.
They will show up on a computer. There's a toolbar that'll be on the bottom of the page.
Yeah, it disappeared.
Yeah, if you touch the screen again, it should come back up.
Yeah, I keep touching it. Nothing's happening.
Nothing's happened.
Oh, well, I'm going to get by with this.
Yeah, you're fine.
Barney, I don't see any numbers underneath your picture.
Well, why should you?
Well, I thought it might be a portrait.
Post office photo.
Yes, actually, I thought it was the FBI.
Okay.
Dad, tilt your screen down a little bit. They're only seeing like 3/4 of your face.
Tilt it down.
There you go.
There we go.
Oh, you guys are so fortunate.
What I wanted to know is, will the pizza be delivered to each of our homes already? Has someone arranged for that?
Virtually.
If you ordered it.
We already had
We already had it.
You'll see a photograph of it. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see me yet, or am I still off?
Yeah, Barney's got his wine.
Well, you switched.
I've got well, this isn't working. I've got an iced tea, but it's a green can, so it disappears.
I was going to comment that I saw I think Barney with wine, something we can't do at the sheriff's station. So that's
Yeah.
a plus here.
we got toppers.
I want up
There we
with
go.
water.
How original.
We had it in honor of having the meeting.
There you go.
Yeah, we thought it was another dinner meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Christmas before you have another meeting. Where we can see each
Bite
other.
your tongue.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
hope
bite your
not.
tongue.
Oh, I'm not still visual.
Looks like David.
Why don't
Okay.
you open it up because it'll get too warm in here.
No, Dick's still not there.
No, there we go. Can't see it.
You gotta go pee pee?
All right, David appears to be having the same issue that Mel is. No picture. Oh, there we go. There you go, David. We got you now.
Now we can tell the time too.
Yeah.
What am I doing wrong?
Is that with the clock?
Don't know, Mel. I'm not sure what the issue is. We've had some issues in the past. We're using this for work,
Okay.
I'm
and sometimes
So right click on it, and there should be a start video on there.
he's on a phone.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Oh, okay.
I'm on a desktop.
Oh, you are? Okay, then yeah, then I have no idea what the issue is.
If you're on a desktop, does it have a video?
Yes, it's an Apple Mac, and it's got a webcam or whatever.
Yeah.
It's funny that it worked for the class initially until I turned off the video because I didn't want to be seen in the middle of the class. That's what they preferred us to do because they just wanted to, didn't want to have everyone's picture up and detracting from the amount of capability that because they were handling up to 300 people per class.
Oh.
So Mel, if you go up to the very top right-hand corner, are there 3 dots? Click on those 3 dots.
There are no 3 dots. There are multiple. It says gallery view. Should I try that?
That's what you want, this gallery view.
And then when you see yours and you point at it, point to your right upper corner, are there 3 dots?
Oh, okay. 3 dots, but okay, there we go. There's chat, video.
Yeah, start video should work.
No, exit full screen. I'm on screen, gallery view. I got you folks in Woodland Hills and as a full screen. Everyone else is out to the side.
You may have to click on gallery view then
Okay.
and see if that changes that.
Now gallery view shows everyone's picture but mine. But that's all right. I got that kind of face that stops the clock anyway. So
We'll just call you the Invisible Man.
yeah, there you go. Darn. And I'm wearing my special shirt tonight with my cartoon caricature on it.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we about ready to start this meeting?
Whenever you are.
Okay, well, it's after 7:30, and I think we've got everybody that's going to join us. So let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Can you all hear that knocking?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. I'm going to, as far as the Pledge of Allegiance, I have a little flag and all that, but let's dispense with that. I just want to go on, and it's up to you, too. I mean, I don't want to make that decision unilaterally, but kind of awkward in the spaces we're all sitting. But I do want to acknowledge all the first responders, all the healthcare workers, everybody that's out there hanging it out for all of us, and hopefully that they're not going to get it as bad as a lot of people can. So let's hope there's a cure to this sooner than later. Kind of tired of it myself. Anyway, that's my spin on it. How do you people feel?
Yeah, it's pretty tough. I haven't been to work since March, and until they open things up to stage 4, I can't. So actually, I have been kind of working, but we've been using Zoom because we can't go into a studio or an office.
It's crazy.
So it's kind of worked out neat to an extent because now we're doing a video. We're doing video interviews as well as audio. So we're doing more, but I still can't go to my regular job because we're not at stage 4 yet and we can't have people.
It's terrible. All right, well, let's move along with the meeting on the agenda. Next on the agenda would be the treasurer's report, so I'll defer over to David.
Okay, well, I hope everyone got the report. I can share it on the screen here, if you don't mind. You disabled screen sharing, I see, Bob. So I've got mine in front of me, but I can walk through it with you, and it's pretty straightforward. Basically, we've had no financial activity since our last meeting in March. So at that meeting, we brought in $64 at the 50/50 raffle and dispersed 32 of that. We did have t-shirt sales. I've got $30 recorded there. So basically we brought in $109, dispersed 95, and that included some name badges, reimbursement, t-shirt sales, and some additional money towards the donation we made to the Sheriff's Department. So net, we made a whole whopping $33.76. For the calendar year, we brought in $960 and dispersed $528. So we're ahead $432 in the treasury. One thing I did not pay for, and I assume there's no objection at this point, was for our annual insurance policy. Since we've really had no activities, looks like okay, now I can screen share. So I've got financials up here. Let's see what I'm looking at here. This is
I just shared it in case you wanted to, since
okay.
I use this stuff all the time. So let me know if you don't want me to.
No, that's fine. Probably the second page is where, the income statement. So normally that's about $250 if we were to pay for the insurance. I assume there's no objections for us not carrying the insurance, since there really hasn't been any car runs or activities, and we've normally been able to avoid having any claims. In terms of money in the bank, also included a copy of our most current bank statement. We've got $2,134 and 36 cents and $120 in petty cash. So plus the t-shirts that we still have available. Sorry, the bank statement sideways. You're all going to have to turn your heads 90 degrees. We're sitting with about $600 worth of shirts. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully we can start doing something in terms of additional funds. Can't obviously do the 50/50 raffle, or I guess we could probably do the membership drawing if we wanted to, but I have to send you a check. But we got sparse attendance. So that's pretty much it from a finance perspective. Any questions?
No, sounds good.
Yeah, this is Dave. I owe you guys money for my annual membership. If you take PayPal, Venmo, or should I email a check? If you send me your address, I could pay for my year, because I'm feeling guilty that I haven't. So
you have a roster?
I probably do somewhere.
Okay, or I can give you my home address. It'd be easier just to send it here, and then I can just take it to the bank and deposit it.
Okay.
All right. Address is 27. Have you got a pencil or pen?
Yeah, let me. Okay, go.
It's 2745.
2745.
Gum, G-U-M, Circle. And that's Simi Valley, 93065.
And it's 45 for the year, right?
40.
40.
Just saved you $5. But we'll take the extra 5 if you want to. All right. All right, I'm
okay,
good.
well, if there's no objections, I think that's good enough to approve. Anybody have any objections? No, the silence is deafening.
Thanks.
Okay, let's move over to the Vice President's report.
Okay, I don't have much to report since most of the car shows have been canceled, except maybe some virtual ones. But Right now, Rick has down that he thinks we're going to be attending the Ventura National, September 4th through 6th.
You have to pick a date. for
And
that.
we have to pick a date if the club's going to do it, which one of those dates. And then September 20th is the Westlake Rotary Classic and Exotic Car Show, Street Fair in Westlake. And then October 4th, which is the rescheduled Boys Club, Boys Town Car Show. So those are the three that we plan on attending that we know are, so far that we know is still happening.
Holly has sent out a notice on Ventura Nationals, and it's only an economy run or a reliability run. They've canceled the regular show.
They did.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
So I haven't received that. We haven't received that notice yet. So
That's good.
basically the regular show is canceled.
Yes. So
Okay.
all that they're going to do at this point is a reliability run.
Okay.
What's that?
Whatever that is.
It's just an organized cruise, and last year it ended up at Bones Fab in Ventura. They take a trip, just like what's going on with Coachman right now with the cruises through the streets and so forth, and that's
Okay.
what it's been. Then tomorrow there is a cruise. Coachman are doing the Collector Car Appreciation Day. They changed it from a show to a cruise tomorrow.
Right, I saw that on their Facebook page.
As far as I know, Pismo is still on too for September. They haven't said anything about canceling that.
Right, and Rods and Roses, I think, rescheduled to September.
I thought they were doing the virtual.
Oh, I thought there were two, and I thought they were going to continue on September. Maybe I'm wrong. I'll go read my notices.
Oh,
My many cancellation notices.
Yeah.
Hey, anything else with Joan?
I had new rosters made up, but I haven't done anything else with them. So when we do have another meeting, I'll have rosters for everybody.
Okay. Well, hopefully we can do something next month. I'm not going to hold
I
my
hope
breath.
so.
Sheriff's Department seems worried or scared. I don't know what to say, but they keep turning us down on having the community room. So I'll keep
Nobody wants to
trying
be
though.
liable for being in an enclosed space. That's the bottom line. So if there's ever going to be a meet together and they're still doing the social distancing, it will have to be somewhere outdoors where we can all
In a
maintain a
parking
good
lot
amount of
somewhere.
space between one another. So it's just a matter of choice. And the last time I made that suggestion was I had like 3 people respond back that they were interested. So,
Hmm.
you know, that's the way it goes. Anyway.
I don't think we have much choice on this, on the community room, except waiting to see when and if they feel fit, comfortable letting us use the room.
Right. Okay, moving down to activities. Anybody have anything besides the Coachman runs? Any other cruise opportunities?
We're going to be talking about cruises now.
Yeah, we can.
I was thinking that, California Car Cover, they recently moved from Woodland Hill, well, from Chatsworth, whatever. They moved to Simi Valley, sort of the west end. And I was thinking maybe I could contact California Car Cover, see if they have any more events that we could plan a cruise to coincide with. And if they don't, well, we could still go there as a group.
Yeah, they are literally right across the street from my offices.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really don't have a lot of parking in the parking lot that people sort of park along sort of the front of the building. But I think when they had a cruise or a gathering scheduled, it was canceled. So I haven't heard anything new. I've been too busy either at work or when I wasn't at work, but to actually go in and pop my head in. So maybe I can try to pop in there this next week and see what they have going on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a fun place to go through. They got a lot of cool stuff, Christmas presents, that kind of stuff.
You know,
put on it. Sorry.
If any club wants to get together and do a cruise of our own, just decide on what location you want to go to, where you want to drive to, and you know, if there's like a barbecue place or you could get your sandwiches, eat outside, and then cruise somewhere else, we can set one up.
I'll
Would there
drink with
be
that.
anybody interested?
Barney, I think that's a great idea. At
I
least
mean-
we can get our cars out and cruise the streets.
Well, I agree. I've been taking mine out as much as I can so far.
Hey, guys, I have a text from Rick Swanson. He's trying to figure out how to get into the meeting. So he said, I have a screen that says Zoom, and he said he's tried to click on the link twice and no luck. So
He's got to enter the password.
is there a password?
Yeah, and
No.
it has to be done very precisely, because if you don't, it won't recognize it.
Because I didn't have to put a password in when I
I
logged
didn't
in.
have to put a password in.
Yeah.
Maybe that's your problem, Mel.
I didn't either. It might depend on whether or not he has a Zoom account already.
Yeah, I had Zoom through the university, and I've already loaded it, so I didn't go directly to punch in the number
That's what he
via Google or anything. So maybe that's my problem.
So any recommendations for Rick other than to,
Make sure that he's running the application, that he's not trying to, if he doesn't set up, he can do it through his web browser. Is he trying to do it on a computer or his phone?
didn't say.
There was a password with the email that Barney sent. It
Yes.
was a very long and lengthy password that
Well,
had,
that's the
link.
to actually come in.
no, below that, it said PW equal, and then it had a whole line of information.
Yeah.
At least on,
The password is 631014.
What's the password?
631014.
oh, I got a completely different thing. Eventually, I couldn't get in on the password that was on Barney's email, and I was told by a screen to enter 827-4534-4727.
That's
All
the
right, yeah.
meeting ID number.
Well, that's what got me in.
Okay,
So
maybe that's what it needs.
I gave him the password 631014. We'll see if it works.
Okay,
Try to,
if that doesn't work, give him the ID number, which is 827-4534-4727.
Right.
okay, 827-453-44727.
Yes.
Hey, Dave, Jeff here.
Yes.
If he's using a cell phone, have him
Johnson.
just download the app to his phone, and all he has to do is click on the link and it'll work.
Okay.
There's no
Yeah, that's what I
charge.
did. I just downloaded Zoom and then clicked on the link. And
Yeah. Okay. He's on his computer, so
Either way, he can upload Zoom as well. It's free.
all right.
Bob, did you have to establish an account to do all this?
I did. Well, I don't know if I had to, but I did because I use it for what I do. So
Okay.
You know what I'm
set it
gonna
up.
do? I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I'm just gonna call him and put him on speaker.
We've run into this problem before. It's not the first time.
yeah, and
Okay.
it's good that we get the bugs ironed out if we have to do it again in the future.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
We're used to this because we do Zoom calls with our family every Sunday.
We've started to do the same thing with our families
Yeah.
and friends.
Yeah, the reason I asked the question was that I'm in the process of trying to decide whether I should do this with a club that I am in charge of. And is there a cost involved and so on and so forth?
If you are under 40 minutes, then no. I have a regular commercial account
Okay.
because what I do, we're there probably up to an hour and a half at a time, and we may have multiple people. With the free account, you can have up to 3 people, I believe it is free,
Oh, I see. So then we would
and you
to
have a time limit. But
Yeah.
there are different phases or different stages of programs that you can sign up for.
With the free account, you can have a lot of people, but you don't always get everybody's faces, but it
Okay.
is limited to 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what we do for church and stuff at times, that and WebEx.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
So there's a time limit
On the free account, yes.
on the free account. Okay.
All right. Anyways, he's going to try another computer, so we'll see. I asked him to call my cell, and I could.
If it's okay with Peggy, we have done some open houses at our garage for our Ford clubs and such, and yeah, then we're willing
Did
to
you
have that
say
as
Ford?
yeah, it's a four-letter word. We're bilingual with cars, and we will gladly barbecue at our garage, and it's a good-sized parking lot. We can get probably 20 or 30 cars there at a time. So if you set a cruise up and we're worried about social distancing in public, we've got a parking lot in the garage, and I'll even offer up a lift. People want to put their car up on the lift and do stuff.
Next
Yeah,
meeting at Bob's.
That could be a whole activity unto itself.
It could be, if you want to do that, like I know in one case, one club, there's judging for accuracy and so forth on the cars, and we can put a car up on a lift and check.
Well, if I tell you what I want fixed, would you do it while it's up there?
I am not that skilled.
Oh,
well, I am, but I'm not. We just had a situation. I just went to Carpinteria this morning with a friend, and after I left his house, the distributor got loose on the Chevy engine, and it spun, taking out the electronics. So luckily I was back in town by that point and was towed over to a shop, and I let them handle the frustration of fixing it.
It's always a good way to do it.
Yeah, I can do it. I know how to do it, and I get frustrated, so I don't.
So we can do it at the garage. You just need to bring
what you
your
want to
lunch,
cook.
or I'm not sure how that barbecue's doing, but we might have to check that out again. But bring what you want to eat. There is a McDonald's close by. You can do the drive-through and bring McDonald's over. Bring your own chairs and stuff to sit down, and beverages and stuff, and make it big picnic thing out there. I've kind of, because of COVID, potluck just doesn't sound as appealing because one, don't know what to bring, two, who knows what they want to serve, so it's like, just bring your own stuff.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
But we'll gladly do that. It's not a problem. And it's over by where Murphy Museum used to be. So we're right in the middle of Oxnard.
Yeah, we could probably figure out a nice way to do a roundabout trip over there.
Sure. We're welcome. We're open to doing that.
Let me do some thinking on it, and I'll see what I can come up with.
Okay.
The other thing that's happening in the area is they've got drive-in movies going again. I don't know if you saw that. Fairgrounds and I think Walmart are doing them in their parking lots.
Drive-in movies?
Yeah, they've been advertising it on the radio too.
Yeah, we went to one last Friday here in Simi. Rotary Club was putting on, showed the movie Up, and Ed Asner was there, so it was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It was good, and our 3-year-old grandson was glued to the whole entire movie. Never moved till it was over.
Yeah, they had huge inflatable screens, so it worked out good.
Next Sunday, Wheels and Waves cruise, breakfast cruise in Malibu. We're going to be going to that. I know a number of people that will be. And then Murphy Museum opens up again, supposedly at this point, the first weekend in August. And
what day next weekend is that cruise?
Sunday. Isn't it, Peg? Sunday?
The 19th. It's not this Sunday. It's next Sunday. So
that's what I said. Third Sunday.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Get out and cruise the beach.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. One time we were there and Dick Van Dyke showed up. Tony Dow, who used to be the older brother on Leave It to Beaver, was there.
Mm-hmm. Where is this at?
It's Wheels and Waves. It's in Malibu. I don't know. I know how to get there, but it's one of those things where I know how to get there, but I don't know where.
Okay, the place is called Wheels and Waves.
Yeah, it's at Malibu Country Mart, and it's right there where the Shell station is. And you just make a left there, and the old movie theater used to be over there. It's a little shopping center, but it's back in just a little bit. You'll see signs when they have it up.
I know it's short notice, but if you wanted to make that the cruise and come back to the garage, after that, we can do that.
Well,
Yeah,
it's early morning too. You
Yeah,
have to get
it is.
down there between like 6 and 9.
It's like a cars and coffee type thing.
Yeah, it's an early
Right.
morning type run.
Hey, Bob, what date is the Wheels and Waves
19th.
of July?
Yes.
Okay.
Murphy's is the first weekend of August, so the first Sunday in August is, I think, the 2nd, August 2nd.
And they'll have they've got a parking area in the front for cruising, and then they normally have coffee there as well. And I don't know if they had donuts this time or not.
Yeah, I don't mind getting up early. Okay, old business. Do we have any? I don't think so.
Well, I'm old.
I think we all are.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I give
how
Vicky
about
the business.
Mr. Jordan?
Yeah, how is Margaret doing?
I haven't talked to her recently, but she seemed to be doing okay the last time I talked to him. I mean, as well as expected. Jeff, do you have the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes, I'm looking at them right now. So the last,
Okay.
the old business talked about, you provided an update on Margaret Olson.
Okay.
And that you met him at breakfast with Bill. And then we were talking about, let's see, Barney said the Santa Barbara State Street National Organization had received our club registrations. So that's the only two things that was on old business.
Okay, and the registrations are being held till next year for those that want to participate. So, okay.
Right.
New business. I think we're pretty much talking about doing something. I don't know what other new business we could be coming up with right now. Anybody? All right, moving down the tech session roundtable. This is where everybody's going to get a chance to say what they've been doing all this time. Now that we're all up online, so however you want to start, I would say let's start with Bob Beck at the top.
Okay. About the only thing we've done to our car is I took the racing shackles off the back and lowered the back end down about 4 inches. So it, as the picture shows, it sits quite a bit lower than it used to. The rear tires were outside the wheel well. So it's now lowered down. Other than that, haven't had to do a thing to that car. Just turn the key, fire it up.
You put seatbelts in it?
I put what, honey?
Seatbelts.
Oh yeah, I did put seatbelts in, so now we can stay with the car. And but to that car, that's about the only thing we did. The other car that I had the problem with today was the hot rod, and it ate up.
The Ford hot rod?
No, the Plymouth hot rod with the Chevy engine.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, we're bilingual. Yeah, the distributor got loose. The hold down that holds the distributor in place,
right,
somehow flattened out from heat and age, whatever. The distributor spun or turned, and it ripped the wires out of the Pertronics unit inside the distributor and wrapped it around the shaft. So luckily, it happened within. Well, I was over on Olivos and Telephone. So it was an easy tow back over to Full Scale Hot Rods, and I let them fix it. It took them a lot less time than it would have taken me.
Yeah, that's the pain in the butt work to do anyway.
Yeah, I know how to do it. I just don't want to. I did put a belt on Peg's car yesterday, and I have the cuts and bruises to prove it.
Well, it's always important to remember the two most important tools that you can carry is a pen and a checkbook.
Yeah. Yes.
How about you, Joan and Eric? How you been?
Okay, I can relate to the feeling of knowing how to do stuff, but just not wanting to do it anymore. Seems like the older I get, the less I want to do. But I'm done. We're done with the 55, so we're going to set that on the side and start working on the El Camino. Want to make that into a nice driver. Right now, I'm waiting.
Hey, there's Rick and Debbie.
Waiting for my sandblaster guy to call me back, because my oldest boy, Jim, and we spent the better part of a Saturday sanding a fender on the El Camino, and we decided that that's not the way to go.
A fender.
A fender. That took probably 3 or 4 hours for the two of us, 2 DA sanders going on it. So anyhow, I'm going to get it sandblasted. My old instructor from Auto Body is going to do the body work and paint. So that's about where things are now. They're starting to move on the El Camino.
Excellent.
And all our trips for this summer have been canceled, except August. We are going to go to Utah to see his brother who has cancer. So see him before anything happens. But we were going to Germany, and as of the other, well, we had decided not to go, but they canceled the flight, so we now get our money back. So.
Oh, that's good.
I see Rick and Debbie down in the corner here.
All right.
Figured it out. Wait a minute. Yeah, we finally got on. You have to unmute it.
All right, Dave and Dave and Liz, how you been?
Doing good. The Chevy has been sitting still in the garage. I did contact JBS Automotive, and since Jerry Schaffner left, they're no longer servicing classic cars. So I did see on online one of the local chat lines that they recommended GP Auto Service here in Simi. They're also on Chambers Lane. So I just need to get in touch with them to get it over there and have them take a look at the distributor and the points and see why it's misfiring. So I just need to arrange a time to get it towed over there, and probably have to have Liz be around for AAA. So I should get it on the road. I probably had plenty of time, but I've just been swamped with work.
He didn't do it when he was working from home, and he could have done it.
I probably should have. Just had to other priorities, I guess. So
yeah, there you go.
So that's pretty much it.
Do you need any specific tools to check it? I mean, like a dwell meter, or?
I'm like, well, I'm worse than you. Or I'll take Barney's recommendation of just writing the check. Yeah.
Dave owns the car. He does not work on it.
I know. I know that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
How about you, Brian? What's been going on?
It's mute now.
There we go. Busy at work for the most part. Taking the car out. No, the rear end is still in Aurora, New York. Hasn't come in yet. So once it does that, Dad's making sure getting multi-leafs. So change out the mono-leaf, single-leaf suspension in the back when it comes in. So
excellent.
Whenever it shows up. But yeah, we were talking about it. We had cleaned up the cars, and we fired them up. But tomorrow or Sunday, we're going to take them out, stretch them out a little bit.
It's fun.
Yeah.
How about you, Russ?
Oh, well, Brian and I went on a cruise to Mammoth last weekend.
Really?
Yes.
Was fishing good?
It left room for improvement.
It wasn't good.
The number of people there left a lot of room for improvement. My God, it was a zoo.
Well, that's because nobody has anything to do.
Well, I think it's because they closed all the beaches. All these yahoos decided to go to the mountains instead. A lot of people had never, ever been there before, but it was, we saw things. We usually go down to a place called Sacher Lake, which is, you drive past the ski lifts at Mammoth Mountain, you go down the road toward Red's Meadow, and we got there before 8 o'clock, so we can make sure, one, we go through before the rangers show up at the ranger station, and two, we have no trouble getting parking, and we had a hard time getting parking.
Really?
Yeah, people were, what, Brian, those two guys were from Michigan or Minnesota?
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah, we're getting in our float tube gear, and this guy pulls in and parks. And there are two guys, they said they were out here helping with COVID-19 testing, and they wanted to go to the Devil's Post Pile, which is a mile up the road, but the Devil's Post Pile parking lot was already full, and people, were pulling over and parking along the side of the road.
Wow.
He drove all the way down there and walked all the way back to go to the Devil's Post pile. We couldn't believe it.
Unbelievable. How about you, David? David McCullen.
Yes, I actually have been doing things. I actually put 410 with Posi in my 66 truck in the last month. I already did my recommended, you know, at lower speeds, what do they call it? Just the burn-in, if you want to call it that, or just taking it easy. And now I can really hit my gas hard, and it's a lot more fun to drive my truck than it's ever been. So I found somebody just today, and I'm scheduling to get my Dakota Digital put in the truck. And I have 2 quotes for painting it, and I'm finally getting the work all going on the 66 truck. So I'm getting excited. Gonna have them do Dakota Digital and put about 10 speakers in a stereo system clear through the truck. And now I'm debating things like, should I do most of this except the flooring before I paint, or should I wait till after I paint? So some of it I'm going to do now, and some, like the speaker wiring and that, I think I'm going to hold off until I paint, since I need to paint the inside of my cab too, actually. So anyways, I'm finally getting to where I might want to show my truck pretty quick here.
Is it a stick or an automatic?
It's an automatic. I've got an LS swap in it, so I've got it's a retro mod. So it's got around 400, 425 to the tires with the way I have the LS set up. So
Nice. How about you, Mel?
I'm becoming more and more familiar with my power tools. I'm rediscovering my power tools. But as far as the car is concerned, I managed to finally put a cover over it while it's in the garage, since every time I open the garage and work with my power tools, the wood dust and everything else gets all over it. So I've learned a lesson the hard way, that it needed to have the cover on at all times. But other than that, I really haven't had it out for a drive. I've started it up periodically, and that's about it. Kelly and I have talked about doing that, but his is, Kelly's is in the shop, so to speak, or in with someone trying to be touched up on his paint. But the gentleman has been out of town for quite a bit, so Kelly hasn't had use of the car for about 6 weeks now. So,
that's not good.
But basically that's it. And under the sharing section, I have an offer for some people if they need some shelving or anything. I'll mention that later.
Okay, Jeff, how about you?
Mute. There, I had to take it off mute. So I've been to the Camarillo Friday night cruise. They had it about 2 months ago, and I really haven't seen when they're having another one here in Camarillo. I'll mention this, that if you're interested in cruising, there's a lot of cities that are cruising right now, old style cruises where you just go up and down the boulevards. What I did was I just typed in on Facebook search for cruise night, and you just pick a city and see if they're cruising there. And what I did was my dad was staying up at Vandenberg Air Force Base, and I searched the Central Coast. And I found that they cruise every Thursday night in San Luis Obispo. They cruise on Friday nights in Arroyo Grande, Saturday, and Sunday. And they cruise to Tuscadero, they cruise Paso Robles, they cruise Nipo. And so there's a lot of cruises going on. Not only that, but I know that Santa Paula is cruising as well.
And so just search Facebook and you'll see all the cruise nights that are out there. They're cruising in the valley too, down on Van Nuys, just like they did back in the day as well. So if you're interested in cruises, they're happening. They're not doing a lot of parking, but they're rather cruising the streets.
Well, it's getting hot. It'd be a good time to do it. All right, Rick and Debbie, welcome.
Hey, can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you. So
Okay,
Rick,
great.
Before you go and tell us what you've been up to, you got anything for the newsletter?
No, I'm not asking you guys to send me stuff for the newsletter. I'll take anything I can get. I've been packing it full of stuff just to try to keep things interesting. And if you've got any contributions, send them my way.
Perfect. So how you guys been?
Good. And by the way, Dave, I've done business with that JP Automotive in Simi before. I've known him for years. In fact, I helped push a 55 Chevy out of his backyard. And he rebuilt the carburetor on my old 283, and he's the one who recommended to me to put an electronic module in my distributor to eliminate the points of condenser, and that solved a big problem for me on the old 283. So he's got a bunch of old cars in there, and he does a pretty good job.
All right, I'll give him a call. What's the guy's name?
I've probably got his card in the garage. I'll send you the information on it.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. As far as what we've been doing with the truck, a couple of things. I've waxed the whole darn thing and polished every piece of chrome and aluminum on it that I could reach. Debbie and I got out and we replaced the old zinc plated fender bolts that come through the bed and replaced them with some nice shiny stainless steel bolts, so it looks a lot better. But I've been having carburetor problems again, and the carb had a flat spot in it and was stalling out on me. Anyway, I took it off, sent it out to a guy that I was recommended, and they ended up taking it down to some aerospace blasting place and blasted a bunch of corrosion out of the bowl. Had to replace a bunch of gaskets that were eaten up in 2 years by ethanol, and I had to put a new accelerator pump in it. Today, I just finished putting it back on and getting it all hooked up, but I didn't take it out to see how it ran. I'll probably do that tomorrow. But I screwed up my back again, so I've been moving pretty slow for the last month. So a little at a time. But anyway, that's what we've been working on the truck.
Oh, that's good. As for me, it's been honeydew projects everywhere. Fixing the fountain, fixing this, fixing that, and everything's breaking, so what can you do?
That's for sure.
All right. Well, then moving down on our list of agenda, we're at swap and sell. So does anybody have any information for swap and sell? This is your chance, Mel.
Oh, I thought it was sharing time, but
Maybe that was the last person.
Now that I've managed to cut up 150 palm fronds and gradually coerce my neighbors into letting me use the space available in their garbage cans, I have time to do other things. And I had a lot of white melamine boards and a lot of almond colored melamine boards that when we rebuilt our closets, if anyone, I have a bunch of boards. I made a number of cubes that I've given to Kelly. Is if there's anyone in need of shelving or I have 16-inch sideboards with holes already punched for supports for shelving. If anyone needs any shelving for the garage or for their closets, please let me know and come over. You can have it for whatever, just haul it away. And I've got a 4x8 sheet of almond colored melamine, and then I have a bunch of white melamine boards as well. So if that's appealing to any of you that you can use that for storage, please let me know.
Yeah, I might have to think about that. I've got a lot of I've got to do in my garage.
Yeah, if you need boards and support, I'm in the process of, rediscovering how to use my router and table saw, etc. So I've made some more cubes out of that to refresh my memory on how to use those. So I may be giving those away too if anyone needs some cubes.
Hey, Barney, this is Rick.
Yeah.
Going back to the newsletter, and while we're still on swap and sell, the last issue of the newsletter, I reran some ads that people had selling some auto parts. And thought came to me is if anybody has any auto parts that they want to sell, if you could take a picture of them, a description, and maybe a price of what you want for them and email them to me. I'll put a page into the newsletter with all these different items, because I don't know about other people, but I've been cleaning my garage and finding all kinds of stuff. And I probably have a few things I could take pictures of and put in the newsletter to sell. So if anybody has it, send it my way. I'd love to be able to put some type of a want ad or, sell type page in there, and maybe do some good for some folks.
Yeah, and if someone comes over to my place and you see something in the garage that you want, you let me know, because I'm trying to get rid of a number of things. I've got plenty of extra light bulbs and a distributor that was taken off of the car when we rewired things. So again, we can wear masks and keep this social distancing or whatever if you're concerned about those kinds of things.
Okay, no.
Yeah, one thing I saw, I think everyone probably knows about Mary Hodges selling Jerry's truck, and I hope it finds a good home. So I just want to make sure everyone in the club knew about it. Beautiful truck. I saw it obviously quite a few times up in Laughlin. So that's for sale. I think it was $37,000. Was that right, Joan? I think you're on mute.
Yeah, she dropped it to 37,000, and I asked her if I could share it. So I put it on the Ventura County website.
Yeah.
Problem is I don't have a phone number for her, so I'm gonna have to get that from her in case if anybody is interested or a friend's interested. It is a beautiful truck. They were in our club for years until they moved to Oklahoma, but they were still members for many years.
Right.
And went to Laughlin, and then, when Jerry got sick, that's when they sort of dropped out of everything in that. And he passed away last year, and I guess she's finally at the point now to get rid of the truck.
Right.
Well, if you have any of that pictures or anything on that, Joan, you can email it to me and I'll get it in the newsletter.
It's on Facebook.
It's all on the Ventura County website, but I can try emailing it to you too.
Yeah, but we've tried in the past to try to get pictures off of Facebook, at least Debbie did, and tried to get it over there. We haven't had much success with it, so.
Okay. I will, I think I've got it on Facebook in that, but I'll try and pull it off myself and then email it to you.
Thank you.
And for those who are interested, I was looking online. You might be interested, Eric. Online, Rydell Chevrolet is listing the new 2020 Chevrolet Corvettes for sale. And just to let you know, the dealer markup on those is 18 grand. So
really,
yeah, you can get one.
Okay, we're gonna put that money into the El Camino. It's been sitting here since
I bought it in 76.
1976, and it's gonna be worked on and worked. It's not gonna get done.
Yeah.
Good
All
news.
right.
It'll be nice.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it will.
It looks like you can pick up a new Corvette for a little over 100 grand. So just in case anyone's interested.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah.
Pocket change.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like a new Corvette, but
Oh well.
No thanks.
Does it come with a shoehorn?
Too small.
Probably.
Yeah, I need a shoehorn to get into that.
I get the
Oh, do you?
convertible. No.
I think they're a little rough riding, and I mean, I don't know about the brand new ones, but
Looks like we lost our Prez.
no, you didn't.
no, he's there.
Oh,
He's
no,
there.
I was back there. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see it.
Russ and
Pilot error.
Ryan left.
All right.
Okay, well,
That was it.
anything else for swap and sell?
Nope, I don't think so.
No. Well, I have nothing more on the agenda other than meeting adjournment. Does anybody else have anything for the good welfare of the association?
Just wish everyone good health.
The only input I would have at this point would be that I personally would prefer to have an in-house cruise night or cruise day or something, because it's on a small enough scale where it's more secure in today's day and age of the surging COVID-19 virus. That just would be a personal preference. That's up to everyone else.
Well, we can certainly do just a club cruise. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I favor a club cruise versus some of the other stuff. Too big a.
Okay, well, let me see what I can come up with. Maybe we can put something together.
Yeah, and again, we can end up at our garage and gather there.
And everybody likes to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just bring a sack lunch.
That's it.
And I like Jeff's little spinner beanie on top of his head. So
Yeah.
I gotta get over and see it.
The fan.
Perfectly centered there. There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There, that's perfect.
Cheap haircut that way.
Yeah.
Cheap haircut.
All right. Well, this is fun, and I'm glad to see everybody's still smiling. And I hope to see you guys next month. And hopefully we can get together. If not, we'll figure something out.
Did you see what Dave grew?
Yeah.
I did the same thing.
Hopefully we'll be able to figure out how to get the video working on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, the instructions
Nobody
didn't
else
say
say anything else. I'm gonna have to move along.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Nice seeing everyone.
Okay.
Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Stay wealthy. Stay healthy.
Hey, thanks a
You're
lot,
welcome.
Bob, and thanks for the idea, Mel.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob, for organizing that.
Not a problem. Anytime you guys want to, just let me know and I'll do it.
All right,
Thank
great. Thank you very much. We may be doing this again sooner than we think.
Hey, anytime. We can do it.
Yeah,
Take care
I've
now.
been up and back and forth because we have Lucas this weekend, so.
And Barney, if you want to set up that cruise, just let me know and we'll put it together.
Okay, I'll get a hold of you and we'll see what we can come up with.
Sounds great.
All right. Everybody
Take care, folks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Lucas.